ambulance, 75-year-old male, back pain. It's 211 Silver Hollow Road.
Now, hi everyone. Welcome back to Grandpa Mark's Hobbies and build update number 4 of our Mobius model 1967 F-100 service truck. It's going to be our squad car. As you can see, I got the beacon on it. I got the grill on the front. The box is built and there's spaghetti everywhere. So let me move some of this out of the way. And first thing I want to talk about is the interior. Remember I said I wasn't going to glue the mic in. Well, the mic ended up on the floor. I found it. Cool. Picked it up. I was going to have to re-drill the hole because the glue closed up around the wire. Grabbed it with the tweezers and it shot like a rocket across the shop. And it's gonzo. I can't find it, so I had to make another one. Did basically the same thing, just out of sprue, but this one's glued on. So remember I said I didn't want to glue it. I should have. So I wanted to let everybody know that that was a bad idea. And I can't remember if I showed you my hood. The Ford logo came out real good for me. Along with everything else on this kit, to be able to detail paint it, they made it very easy. So I'm happy here. I really, really like that. Next, the last video I showed you the frame with the engine in it and everything and how I weathered it. Well, I was called out and said, hey, there's no transmission line. So now there is. We ran a transmission. Let me grab my finger. We ran the transmission lines, both of them. This one comes from here. The second one starts here. Ran them up and in between the muffler or the exhaust and the transmission, underneath the starter, around the bottom. And this is all after all this was glued in. So I was running all this with tweezers. And then down, I bent them over and then bent them again and gone into the radiator right here. So I hope you can see that because that was a lot of fun. I will do that before everything gets put together next time. The brake lines are all run. They're painted. I painted them black with a little tiny dot of gold where the black meets the silver to kind of show that as that brass fitting. And I know I'm going to end up busting off one of my heater hoses before I get this thing in the frame on it. But it's mounted. The radiator hoses are just held in place by friction. The top one went in real easy. The bottom one was a little bit more tricky. But again, it locked right in and I didn't have to glue it. And I'm kind of glad about that because you know how it is getting those radiator hoses in. So they're in, they're done. Everything to this point in the frame is ready to go. So I can get that out of the way now. So now let's talk about all the spaghetti in the neighborhood. There's 4 LEDs in here. So you got 8 wires here. There's the 2 LEDs for the grill. So that's 2 more wires. So all in all, you have 10 wires that had to be fished through here and out the back. And what I did is I had a hole big enough just to where I was going to fish them through. And I thought, you know what? These things are going to sit so close together. I can make a big enough hole to where I can run them straight out through and not have to fight them. But this is just Mod Podged in place. I pushed all the wires through, flipped it over, bent them over, taped them off, ran the tape all the way around, brought them down, around, and out the back. The headlights come through, down the side, over, and out the back on both sides. Did it with both of them. And then they're just run out the top. I painted that real quick red. When you look at it from anywhere else, you're going to see that wires and everything up there no matter what I do. But I wanted to kind of hide them a little bit at least. The radiator, or the grill, isn't even glued in. It's just pushed in place, and it's never going to go anywhere. The last time I told you that I didn't paint all the way up to the top of the inside here, behind the grill, because this grill's open. When I put the grill on it and looked at it, I was like, no, took it back off, and I painted that all the way up, but I did not paint it across the top here. I left that the red, and I'm happy I did that. That looks a whole lot better than it did. So the headlights do not drop down inside the sockets like they do in every other car I've ever done. So I had to Mod Podge those in place with the LEDs behind them already. And I am doing a LED video. If everything works out, I should have it pretty close to the same time that this is done. But I had the LEDs in there, and then I did quick shine over the top of those to lock them in, lock the LEDs in, and make them look a little bit more like glass instead of the plastic. I still have to do the orange for the turn signals down here, but that'll be another day. The glass was a bugger to get to fit in here. I had at least 45 minutes trying to get that front glass in. It just did not want to fit. It's kind of a weird setup where the two outer posts don't go in. They sit on the outside here. But then this and this clip in, so it kind of locks itself in. The back is different. It just kind of pushes in the hole. And then the front, though, it was just a pain in the behind. So once I got that in and it was locked, and it probably would have never gone anywhere, I still quick shine the heck out of it to get it to lock in place. Same with the back one. I haven't had time to do the winglets yet. Those will be tomorrow, because I just wanted to let those dry without sticking my fingers back inside there and possibly knocking them out of place. Once that quick shine's dry, they'll be locked in there tight. So we're good here. Wires are run. They're ready to get pushed through the bed. The bed, I have all four of these with LEDs in them. The clear, I might have to put a resistor on, or do it a PMW and only do them half brightness, because that's really bright. The red I'm just going to have on, but the clear, and along the same with the front headlights, I'm going to have them flash back and forth. So it's an easy program thing. That's all in the Arduino. But what I did is I ran all those wires down through here and then fed them through these little tiny holes. And there's a picture here before I did that. So that's looking down into here, well, into this side really, where those wires are coming up before I pushed them on through those holes. And it's just like playing a game of Operation, trying to get them in there without hitting the funny bone. It really was. This whole thing, the wiring part of it, has become more taxing than I expected. And it's my own fault, because instead of just making, putting one LED in there and making it flash on and off, I want that thing to spin around. And it'll look like this. Here's a picture of the computer software that I wrote doing a test run on the computer. So you can see how that spins around, and that'll look really good. It chasing the dog around itself should make it look like this is spinning when I'm done. I did it with the police car, but I only did it with 3 LEDs, and once I did that, I realized real quick I should have did 4. So now we got the 4. With that, I think that's about all I got for you today. It's like I said, this is going to be a shorty. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. But with that, I will let you go. Y'all have a great day and a better tomorrow. And hopefully you'll get to see this thing lit up here real soon. So thanks again for watching.